Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. The Election Commission has sent notice to Pawan Khera. The Election Commission said, Mr. Khera, listen, you know what? You have two voting IDs. You have enrolled yourself from two places. This is against the law. You can be punished for this. Let's talk about the notice that has been sent to Pawan Khera and let's get right into the show. So, the story goes like this. The district election office sends a notice, a show cause notice to Pawan Khera, Congress spokesperson. The district election office says, listen, Mr. Pawan Khera, your name appears in two election rolls. One is Jungpura, second is New Delhi constituency, assembly constituency. Two places. So the fact is, Baba, under section 17 and 18, you are asked to give a show cause as to how this happens. And why should we not take action against you? Because ultimately, this is crime under the People's Representation Act of 1950. So you please tell us, Mr. Khera, as to why we shouldn't take action against you. Now, mind you, this was a case that was brought in front of Election Commission not by their own people or their own intelligence system or their own computer intelligence, artificial intelligence system, etc., etc., etc. Nothing of this sort happened. This was told to them by Bharatiya Janata Party. Bharatiya Janata Party told the Election Commission, Baba, Election Commission here, the Pawan Khera no Congress wala, that he has got to name in two roles. So you please see to it. This is what happened. And of course, Election Commission, very diligent, very, very diligent, and went and issued a show cause notice to Pawan Khera. Now, Pawan Khera says, ठीक है. I was once upon a time in New Delhi in 2016. I was in New Delhi constituency. I went to Jungpura. I had informed. I had filled all the paperwork to ask the Election Commission there to delete my name from New Delhi constituency. And I am going to Jungpura. I had done that. You guys didn't do it. मेरे को क्या पूछते हो यार? How am I responsible? Can you show me any CCTV where you can show that I have voted twice? I am not. So what are you talking about? Then he says, अरे यही तो हम बोल रहे थे. This is exactly what we were talking about. Bhai, you guys are not doing your job properly. Therefore, there are people who have got 2, 2, 6, 6, 10, 10 names. 14 names is what one of the cases was. So he says, how am I responsible? That's the point number one. The point number two is, he says that, listen, end of the day, this is exactly what Congress said, na? This is exactly what Congress said, that listen, you Election Commission, you are not handling the election properly. It is not handled the way it should be. You are busy pleasing the political party in power and you are being biased towards them. You are giving opportunities for vote rigging by ensuring that your rolls are not kept clean. He says, this is the point that we were trying to raise. This is my point. Okay. Now, let us deep dive into this and let us understand this. Issuing a notice to Pawan Khera. That's my first point. What is Election Commission trying to do? Is there some kind of an animosity now Election Commission has against Congress? Because that's how it looks. That's definitely how it looks. A constitutional body has an axe to grind with a political party who obviously is not in power. So, a political party, and this political party who went out and did a presentation, now notices after notices are going to members of that political party based on certain complaints made by Bharatiya Janata Party, the party in power. And the fact is, it seems as if there is some kind of a witch hunting that's going on. Now, the question you may ask is, listen, you know what, if somebody has their names in the rolls in two places, shouldn't a notice be sent to them? Of course, a notice should be sent to them. But there are two problems here. Problem number one is when a man says that, listen, I have already submitted my documentation to delete my name from New Delhi constituency because I'm going to Jungpura, and you have not deleted my name. If the Election Commission finds out that the flaw was with the Election Commission, will the Election Commission in 7 days give an apology to the country saying that, oops, mere se mistake ho gaya, it was my mistake, Pawan Khera was all clean? Because that is what they demanded from Rahul Gandhi, isn't it? 7 days you have to apologize. So wouldn't that be also applicable to Mr. Election Commissioner? So would that happen? Because then that's fair. Then that's fair. Secondly, I want to ask you a very simple fundamental question. See, everything wrong, every corruption, every crime seems to be always with the opposition. Notices seems to always go to the opposition. Arrest seems to be always at the opposition doorstep. The political party, the ruling dispensation is clean, is absolutely squeaky clean, no problem in their lives. They are not corrupt. They don't mess around with the elections. They have their roles and all are very clean. Everybody has just one vote. Everybody is clean. Everybody clean election. Every election that happens from BJP side is absolutely clean. Is that how the things are? It's time we ask. I mean, Election Commission, a constitutional body, at the cost of repeating myself, let me tell you, a constitutional body that should be unbiased, because this constitutional body is possibly bigger than any government and anything that any other constitutional body in India. For the simple reason, when they are conducting elections, they are conducting one of the most important activities in this democracy, and that is election, which makes this a democracy. For crying out loud, that's the reason why we talk this. See, I have a problem. Now, like I said, this report says the Election Commission has issued a notice to Congress spokesperson Pawan Khera after the Bharatiya Janata Party alleged that he was enrolled as a voter in 2 assembly constituencies in Delhi. Bharatiya Janata Party complained and EC acted. In a lot of places, Bharatiya Janata Party complains and ED acted. In a lot of places, Bharatiya Janata Party complained and IT acted. In a lot of places, at least this is what one hears. Right, wrong, otherwise I don't know. This is what one hears. And one tends to kind of believe it is because these same people who IT, ED and all acts, when they jump into Bharatiya Janata Party, everything is over. That also happens. So, it is not very arbit to believe that, Bharatiya Janata Party didn't start this in the first place. My question is Bharatiya Janata Party running our constitutional bodies? Because technically, some of them should be run by the government and some should be running independently, like the Election Commission. The Election Commission is an independent body. It doesn't report to the government of India. And if each of our constitutional body, till recently, it was the ET and the ID and the CBI and the police. Now, the Election Commission, what is going to be left? Who's going to look after our interests? People, you and me. You see, regardless of the fact that which political spectrum you stand, whether you stand in the right or whether you stand in the left, think about it as a citizen of this country. Who stands for you? Because what's going to happen, what's happening now, when BJP is in power, tomorrow may happen, the same thing may happen when Congress is in power. Most of these constitutional bodies are standing with BJP, at least that is how it looks, at least from where I sit, that's how it looks. And tomorrow, most of these constitutional bodies will stand with Congress. Tell me, when will these bodies stand with us? Have you ever thought about it? What is happening currently is clearly a scenario where it looks like the Election Commission has a personal axe to grind against Congress. This looks like animosity. A constitutional body and a political party. How can you have animosity between a political party and a constitutional body? A constitutional body is much above any political parties in this country. They are supposed to be governing elections. They are supposed to be ensuring that democracy is maintained in this country. And if that political party has got an angst against a political party, where are we heading to then? That's what's actually worrying. That's what's actually worrying. A political party comes out, says that this particular constitutional body is not performing their duties. This particular constitutional body is erring. This particular constitutional body seems to be ridden with problems and is completely unbiased. A political party comes and talks about it, and the election commission, other than trying to resolve or mitigate that issue that they have, seems to be actually in combat with that political party. How fair is this? How fair is this? And where is it going to end, like I asked you? That's the point I want to make. Till I see you next time. That's tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.